Dear students, today I'm going to talk about the vowels. In my earlier videos, I explained to you that English speech sounds, total 44, are divided into vowels and consonants. We have studied consonants and we have come to know that there are three parameters used to categorize the consonants. In the same way, to describe the vowel sounds, we divide those vowel sounds into two categories, the pure vowel sounds and diphthongs, that is the combination of two vowel sounds. In order to describe the vowel sounds, the three criteria are basically used. They are the part of the tongue that is raised, म्हणजे जिभेचा कोणता भाग व्हाऊल साऊंडच्या उच्चार करण्यासाठी वापरला जातो, फ्रंट पार्ट और सेंट्रल पार्ट और बैक पार्ट. देन हाइट ऑफ द टंग, जीभ किती वर उचलली जाते, इट इज व्हेरी क्लोज, हाफ क्लोज, ओपन और हाफ ओपन. द पोजिशन ऑफ लिप्स, व्हाऊल साऊंडच्या उच्चार करण्यापूर्वी लिप्सचा आकार कसा असतो, द लिप्स आर राउंडेड, अनराउंडेड और न्यूट्रल. तर या तीन पॅरामीटरवर आधारित आपणाला व्हाऊल साऊंड्स डिस्क्रिप्शन समजून घ्यायचं आहे. नाउ यू सी दॅट the part of the tongue can be raised towards the palate of the mouth. Thus, there can be different degrees of raising of the tongue, as I already told you, front, central or back. For example, for the front vowels like E, E, A, the first part of the tongue is raised. At the same time, in order to utter O, A, U, the back part of the tongue is raised. There are certain vowels also for which the central part of the tongue is used to utter them. For example, etc. Now, remember that you see here E and E. This difference is similar in Marathi, दीर्घ E and ऱ्हस्व E. ही जी आहे ती ऱ्हस्व ई आहे आणि हा जो सिंबल आहे तो दीर्घ ई साठी आहे. इन द सेम वे हा जो आहे अ, हा ऱ्हस्व अ आहे आणि हा जो सिंबल आहे तो दीर्घ अ साठी आहे. सो लेट्स ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड how different parts of the tongue are used. Now you see the height of the tongue here in this figure. So you see that this tongue is raised towards the palate. This is palate. Sometimes this is the central part of the tongue that is raised towards the palate. Sometimes the tongue remains at the lowest position. See for example 4 here. At that time the mouth cavity remains open. So as the tongue is raised towards the palate, this mouth cavity closes itself. So according to the height of the tongue and position of the lips, we get the cardinal vowel scale, which is given below here. See for example, so this part, this is part and this is part. This is palate and here is the tongue. So the tongue is raised towards the palate in this way. So when it comes here, the position is open. See, when the tongue comes at this point, the position of the tongue is half open, here half closed, and here when it completely comes very close to the palate, it is almost closed. So the parts of the tongue are shown in this way: front, central and back. So this is tongue and it is raised towards the palate, sometimes the back part. So this is back part, this is central part, and this is front part of the tongue is raised towards the palate. So this figure shows you at exactly position which vowel sound is used or produced. See, so the long E is very close and front. See, the sound is at the center and it is open. Since the tongue is here, the mouth cavity is open. So this figure shows the graphical position of the vowels and their location at the mouth cavity. So if you try to produce or utter these sounds, you will come to know this in better way. So we can describe the English vowels with the help of three terms, that is the part of the tongue that is raised, the height of the tongue as I already told you, and the position of the lips. So E, see for example, this is the front vowel. During the articulation of this vowel, the front part of the tongue is raised almost near the close. So look, almost near the front part of the tongue and it is almost near the close. The lips are unrounded, E. So the shape of the lips is not rounded, it is unrounded. It can be described as the front close unrounded vowel. So in the same way, in this PDF file, the description of each vowel is given. So the short E is described as a centralized front just above the half close position unrounded vowel, as in the reach. E, this is short E. Look at the description: front between half close and half open position unrounded. So see, front between half open and half close. So look, this is half close and this is half open, and the E sound is here between the half close and half open, and the part of the tongue is used is front. So look at this front part of the tongue. So if you remember this figure, graphical presentation positions of the vowel, it becomes very easy to describe the different vowel sounds. So this same rule you can apply for the app. See, a sound vowel, it is front just below the half open position unrounded vowel. So a is there, o is there, long o is there, as in the case all, corn, horse, u is there, and long u is there. It is different from the here you see more stress, more emphasis, as in luck or cup. So this is long so look at the description. It is central between half close and half open and neutral vowel. So see, for example, see, we will see whether it is there or not. See, a. So you see that this is a, it is central and almost neutral vowel sound. So you see that this is long is central between half close and half open and neutral vowel. A sound is there, the description of it, see a central just below half open and neutral vowel. So these are the three term labels of each sound, pure vowel sound. The number of them is 12. You have to remember this description because in objective type questions the description is asked as a three term labels of the vowels. Okay, thank you.